Hey everyone, Mr. Steve 169 here, back again. We are now on part 6B, where we're going to go ahead and finish getting the motor put all back together. We've got to get the cam timed, get the oil pump and pan on, and get the timing cover on, water pump installed, and then we should be done with the motor. So let's go ahead and get started.
As you can see, I've got the oil pump put in, which is held on with 3 bolts here, here, and 1 here. Next, we got to get this front ceiling block put on, which does also take a couple pieces of wood, which seem to be a little large. So we'll have to get those whittled down a little so we can get this on. Then we can go ahead and get the
Alright, so we got the oil pan put on and torqued down. Next we'll go ahead and set the cam timing and the valve. For timing the cam, what we need to do is we need to get the number 8 valve up to where it is completely open. And then when it's open, right as the number 7 valve just starts to move, then that is when our number 1 cylinder is on the compression stroke. So you can see there that it moved. So we'll rotate it around again. Exhaust valve is opening. And is closing. There we have the intake just starting to move. So now the number 1 cylinder, which if you remember when we put the head on, piston was at top dead center. The cam is now set to the compression stroke, so we can go ahead and line up our sprockets. So with the cam in position, we go ahead and line up all 3 dots. One on the crank sprocket, the one on the cam sprocket with the one on the front cover plate, and then we put the chain on. Make sure the slack is on this side because that is where the tensioner on the timing cover rides. And then we'll go ahead and get the timing cover on. The timing cover on, go ahead and lock these bolts in place. Cam bolts are locked in place. We'll put the oil slinger on. And then on goes the timing cover. Just use a big screwdriver to push the tensioner out of the way. And then start buttoning this up. ahead and put our pulley on. Alright. Now we have to get our water pump on. And I've already set the valve lash, but I will show you how to do that. Now in setting the valve lash, there is a certain order in which to do it. And this is the order. So when the number 8 valve is fully open, and we'll check and adjust the number 1, and so on and so forth. Now the correct lash is mentioned right here at 10 thousandths. So the way this works is that we have these nuts and these screws. So you loosen up these nuts and then turn the screw either clockwise or counterclockwise to loosen or tighten your valve lash. Once you have the correct lash of 10 thousandths, then you tighten up this nut again. And that is how you set your lash, going in the order that's in the book. Go ahead and get the generator installed. Alright, generator is loosely mounted. Now let's go ahead and get the thermostat. With the thermostat. We got the gasket. And with the thermostat housing, we have one long bolt, which goes on that one, and one short bolt, which goes there. Alright, that is on. Now, as the car's been sitting over the winter, I did notice that the transmission was leaking a little bit of oil. So I'm going to take this opportunity to go ahead and replace the gaskets on the transmission. So we'll go ahead and get that all taken care of. All right, we'll come back when this is all done. All right, so the camera died while we were working on getting the transmission regasketed, but we did get that all regasketed, and the transmission is now back in the car. So next we'll go ahead and work on finishing up the motor and getting that ready to be going back in the car. So everyone stay tuned.